Okay guys, this is a video I want to do for such a long time, it's unreal. Basically it is not so much a versus but more of a comparison video between Daytona USA and Daytona USA Champion Circuit Edition. Wow, that's a bit of a mouthful there. Basically I'm gonna do two tracks, and the first one is basically it's just called the beginners track in the first game, which is Daytona USA. So we'll take a look at that and have a look at the circuit, the graphics, and of course the copious amounts of pop-in that occurs within the game. Now on this bit you've just seen, I'm not sure whether you could select different cars. I know you can in Champion Circuit Edition, but I'm not sure about in this edition. I'll have to go back and check. I don't know whether I had to press a different button or what have you. So here we go. As you can see, get ready for the pop-in of all the tracks. Now I'll stop there because I was pressing the wrong button. For some reason Daytona USA just uses a weird button. I think you have to press C button to get the car to move, and then it's B to brake. I mean, I find that really weird. I don't know why they went with that. I know you can change it, but it just seems a bit weird to me. Yeah, so this game is one of those weird ones where you either like it or you don't. It doesn't seem to be an in-between. I personally don't like it. There's many reasons for that. I just don't think it's that great a game, really. The controls aren't bad by any massive margin. I mean, there's other games that have got far worse controls, but it's just the controls are a little off, graphics are off, and just, I don't know. Right, what you're seeing now is the Champion Circuit Edition, and as you can tell by the intro, the graphics have improved, which is something they said they was going to improve, but I didn't really think they had improved it until I put these games, played these games one after the other. And obviously from doing this video and all the editing, you get to see that they have actually improved the graphics, which is a good thing, because this game, when the first rendition of the game was released, it really needed a boost. As you can see on the Champion Circuit Edition, you've got a couple of extra modes, time attack and like a two-player battle, and you've got two extra tracks to get to grips with. But on this one I'm just going to pick the same circuit that was on Daytona USA, just for comparison, really. So here we go. The loading times in this game are, I'd say, just a little bit longer in some areas than the first game. Again, this game uses different set of controls as standard. Now B is to accelerate and I think C is to brake, so changed it around again, which doing this comparison video, playing one game after the other, kind of really threw me off a little. So what's coming up now is I've put a little box in the corner of Daytona USA just to compare the two games. Unfortunately, what I wanted to do is put the one half of the screen of the one game on the other half of the other game, but obviously my video editing software just won't do it, so you get the little box out. But as you can see, the graphics do look a lot richer, the colours look a lot richer in Champion Circuit Edition. One thing I found as well, the tracks in the Champion Circuit Edition, they're actually a little shorter than in the first edition. I don't know why that is. Maybe they had to shorten the tracks to squeeze a bit more in, like in terms of graphics. Who knows? Now this, I went through the pit lanes in the first game, and this little pit stop didn't happen. I don't know whether it's in there, but it didn't trigger it or not. But I went through one there thinking it was just nothing was going to happen again, and it triggered that little pit stop. So I'm not sure whether that's something they added in this edition of the game or not. Terrible driving there. Okay, so now we're back onto the first iteration of the game, and we've chosen the second track, which is the advanced course. Because they ain't actually given like names, they're actually, it's just beginner, advanced and expert. I mean, the graphics in the first game doesn't look really bad. I've seen far worse 3D games on the Saturn. I think it's just the amount of popping. I mean, as you can see, the track is just appearing in front of you. Sometimes it's not so bad, I'll admit, but sometimes it really does literally appear right in front of the car, which is not what you want really. I mean, it doesn't happen in Sega Rally, so it shouldn't really be happening there. But then they did rush this out to meet the deadline, the release deadline, because I think it was a first generation release, one of the first batches of games, and that's why it was so bad, because they just rushed it so bad just to get it out there. And it really did suffer for it. Look at that popping really bad, as well as my bad driving. Okay, next up onto the Champion Circuit Edition, and already you can see the difference in the graphics. Just a little bit more detail in the textures and everything, and as I said before, the colours are just a lot richer. Now this track as well, this track is really noticeable that it's actually shorter than in the first game. So yeah, I don't know, like I said, I don't know whether that was kind of just how it panned out, or whether they did it just to squeeze more in there. But as you can see on this, they've fixed the copious amounts of popping that was occurring in the first edition of the game. I mean, it's still happening in this, but it's nowhere near as bad. Absolutely nowhere near as bad. So again, in this, I've got another comparison box out of the first game, just to show you. Now, I've lined this up just perfectly so the cars enter the tunnel at the same time, just to show you, just so you can get an idea of the graphics in a certain section of the game. And also keep an eye out for the pop-up in the first edition of the game compared to Champion Circuit Edition. Here we go. So as you can see, Champion Circuit Edition is a hell of a lot better. It's not totally fixed by any means, but it is a lot better. I understand that if you haven't got these games, I'd say go for the Champion Circuit Edition. It's not the best thing out there. It doesn't even come close to Sega Rally. But if you have to go one of them and you want one of them, you have to go for the Champion Circuit Edition. Well, I hope you liked that comparison video, and I hope to have another one coming soon.